Okay, yeah, Tuesday. So dog camp's going to be off for who knows how long. Mrs. Gimpy is here. It looks like she's here for the afternoon. So no dog cam because the dogs are not laying in front of the camera. They're up on the couch relaxing. Okay, so we're working on Woljiff's quest, which is the Dark Moon Rising. We're heading over to the abandoned mansion that's up here in the upper city, which is right over there. We just have to make our way over there. Shouldn't be. I guess we just go down there and just. Yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it? Okay. Off we go. Of course, we don't have Rocket in the group. He's our best lockpicker, so hopefully Moljiff doesn't choke. Dice rolls. Bad. Well, not really that, but not good. We lose out on hexes, of course, and some good buffs, too. I think we're okay.
There's something over there.
A trap. Okay, Woljiff.
Me?
Hey, Cosmotic, welcome back. Constant soothing sound of molten lava, yes. Definitely soothing. Doesn't sound like it's about to explode at all.
Don't blame me.
He rolled a 1. I only had to roll a 9, but because of the failure, so we set it off.
Rely on me.
He evaded the fireball. So what we're going to do is just go back this way.
I will help where I can.
Just because we usually just have Sela set off the trap. Oh, that was not what I thought it was. That was not good. That was not the same. So the trap had a fireball on it, but then we had forward building on that instead.
Together,
Whatever.
we stand.
I tire of waiting.
Oh, they're in the wrong group. There were spaces. Try that.
Adventures await.
Gotta get Veronica's healing or heat up so that we take advantage of some of her buff stuff. Everything's healed. Oh, we lost Bismuth. Because that was Rocket. Oh well, we'll be fine.
This is my path.
Dun, dun, dun.
You really need to ask for new dice in this game, instead of the regular crappy dice that favors the house.
I agree. I agree. The dice here suck. Dice hate me. The dice hate me beyond imagination. It's crazy. Anyway, thank you for the cheer, Beer Cat. Thank you for the cheer. It's like Baphomet in front of us. Stuff. Hey, Desperator, welcome back. Look another trap for Wooljips to screw up on.
Something wrong? Watch and learn.
Shouldn't learn. You're a horrible rogue, you know that. I think you're good. You suck.
Might be trap. Might be treasure.
It's a trap. Dun, dun, dun. Now, he's got all kinds of abilities that allows him to see stuff. We're supposed to be. Don't trigger it.
Pretty good, aren't I?
You know? It's questionable.
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
His tail's
This
always
is my
twitching,
kind of work.
which is money. Okay. Let's have the dragon walk through the house. It's just junk. All this hidden stuff behind traps and everything is all junk. Rolls there. It's the big cobwebs. Yeah, the whole group went in. Who built a mansion that's full of lava? Oh yeah, stupid demons. Black reads, I am the memorial of the Reapers. Touch me to read my tale. This sinister skull, carefully polished, like a work of art. Black reads, he did not escape the ineluctable prison, but his skull did. And the plaque changes. I am the last king of the Reapers. We were the offspring of the gods. We were granted power over life and death. We maintain balance in the universe. At the zenith of our power, we rose higher than all others. We gazed down upon creation, and we were untouchable. But the other races united in opposition to our purpose. They attacked from all sides and slaughtered us until none was left. As the day rises and the night falls, we all move toward to meet our end. I, the memory of the last Reaper King, chained inside this memorial, bear witness to this truth. Black reads, I am the memorial of the Reaper King. Touch me and read my tale. But statue of this mummified Merilith is embellished with intricate details. She almost looks like she is about to move. Fine statue of exquisite workmanship are worthy of decorating the courtyard of a king's castle. Stone slab is inscribed with small Sarkorian runes. Black reads, cursed be the demons that destroyed the eyes. Cursed be Erelu Vorlesh who opened the way for them. And a curse upon you, the demon reading my last words. Oh, look, a demon. Vodiel. Vodiel is waiting for you in the main hall of the mansion. The spikes on his powerful shoulders and back bulge out violently. I knew the spawn of Yukova, whatever, would come to gaze at his inheritance. Quotes, pathetic, stupid nobody. You think you'll be lucky a second time? Run, little tiefling, run away and don't stop. And maybe you'll survive a little longer, but I'll still find you no matter where you run, and I'll suck your eyes out of their sockets like grapes from their skins. You think I was just lucky, you lizard? I had the chief with me then, and now I don't even need the chief to kick your ass. I came for my inheritance for my power, and when I get it, we'll see who's laughing then. He looks back at you and whispers, I think I went a bit too far there. Do you reckon he'll kill me quickly after that? And the thing I just said about not needing you, I was just saying it, but I didn't mean it, so don't get any ideas. Why are you so eager to destroy Woljif? He hasn't done anything to you. He and Y are all guilty before my mistress by virtue of their very birth. Lady Halef-elf, the strongest child of Baphomet, hunts down her unworthy brothers and sisters because she alone should stand before the throne of her father, the Lord of Labyrinths. I will tell you how Y was killed, you pilot refuse, and this story will be the last thing that you hear. No one can escape from Mistress Halef-elf. Y tried. At first he settled down here in Alushinyrra. He thought that in the lands of Nocticula no one would get him. Ha. I found him for my mistress. When she sensed me, he locked himself in his treasure room like a cowardly rat, not wanting to accept his inevitable death. I carved through his henchmen and reached his hiding place. The bones of those who did not have time to flee crunched beneath my feet. I tore down the doors of the treasure room, pretending to myself that I was ripping apart the pathetic coward, but inside I found only a corpse. Oh, my lady was so pleased, but... The demon's small eyes squint suspiciously. I knew something was wrong. The corpse lay in front of me, but I felt sure that Y had escaped. I tortured his servants until they revealed the secret of the moon of the abyss. Made them search every corner, but the moon was gone. How many years I searched for it, and then I found not only it, but the tiefling as well. This tiefling as well. Lady Halef-elf will reward me when I bring her the horned skull of a defective spawn of that dishonors the blood of Baphomet, and she'll reward me twice over when I reveal the escape of that scum Y. Was Woljif the descendant of Baphomet himself? Yeah, so you're telling me I'm related to old Baphomet. How'd that happen? Lord Baphomet conceived many demons, many bastard children unworthy of their father. One of them was Y, who made his way to Galarian. His blood, and hence the blood of Baphomet, flows in you, tiefling. Lady Halef-elf will destroy all who defile the purity of this blood. Hold on. So this means that when you were telling me all those tales about you, about actually being a prince of a faraway land, you were actually telling the truth. Looks like it. Go figure. He shakes his head in disbelief. I mean, I thought I was lying, but turns out I tripped over the truth without even knowing it. You sure did, she grins. I seem to recall you wangling 10 coins out of me, promising to repay me with heaps of gold once you found your family and got your inheritance. Well, it's time to pay up. Thing is, my family's still alive and kicking, you see. Why don't we revisit this topic once we're not under the threat of a slow and painful death? What is the moon of the abyss? Ask the tiefling. If Y left the moon for him, he should know the answer. Nobody explained nothing to me. I don't even know why it's so important. Why does nobody ever tell me anything? I don't even know who this Y guy is. My grandpa? My great-grandpa? My uncle? Lotio howls with laughter. Stupid tiefling. You don't even know why you are going to die. The demon that caused you to be born will also be the cause of your death.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel.
Timing.
If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at Gimpy. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Yep, thank you for watching. Happy Tuesday. So, how did you know that Woljif was coming here? I was informed that the tiefling I was searching for had set foot in the streets of Alushinyrra. Where else would he go but to the mansion of his ancestor looking for treasure? The shadow brought me here. The shadow should have known you were here because it always protects me from you. But why? Why didn't it warn me? Could you just take the moon of the abyss and leave me and Woljif alone? He laughs hoarsely. I'll take the moon of the abyss, yes, but I'm in no hurry. And you're going nowhere. Skewered on the edge of my spike. That's where you belong, just like your friend, and everyone else who decides to intercede on his behalf. I will make a goblet of your skull and bring it to my mistress. If that counts as leaving you alone, then you will have peace aplenty. Ha ha ha. If there's a reward for the tiefling, I want to cut. Anyway, enough.
Can we retreat already?
I'm going to stand in the best positions here. Oh, we got Mickey, though. Okay, Mickey. Let's do a 5-foot step this way. Mark him.
I got this.
He lasted 4 arrows, I think that was. Oh, look, there's the shadow. Rarg. Revenge on Halef-elf and her henchmen. It wasn't anticlimactic. That was the climax I was expecting. Because, you know, Mickey saves the day usually. And by saves the day, he didn't give the guy a chance. Okay, gigantic demonic shadow separates from Woljif and menacingly hangs in the air. At times it seems to grow, as if the atmosphere of the abyss is feeding it and giving it additional strength. Woljif, the voice of the shadow, is deep and low, and it seems to penetrate the mind, developing and replacing any other thoughts. My heir. Mickey is a murderer. That's what we call him. Mickey the murderer. Woljif freezes as if under some spell. Grandpa, Your Honor, I don't know what to call you. I've never had a grandpa like this before, and and I always knew it was your shadow. You're my guardian demon, huh? Ah, well, why not? Always knew I was special, a prince or something, and this is the chief. You should get to know each other. Chief, this is my grandpa. It's a pleasure to make the acquaintance of the demon who outwitted Halef-elf's henchmen. Not even a demon, but the shade of a demon. You're pathetic. I'll go with the first one. Mickey, the murderer of food and scouts. Probably. Why, it is easy to deceive those who do not know what you know. My grandson Woljif discovered this knowledge without my help, and I am proud of him. He deserves to become my heir, the one who will take my strength and avenge the fall of our branch of the family. I knew why will rise again. That's great and all, Grandpa, but I'm not quite following you. Revenge? I knew why. I want your power, of course, but like you said, it's easy to deceive and all that, right, Chief? What do you want from Woljif? I want my grandson to accept my power and become a continuation of me. Tell me, Woljif, do you want to ascend to the top of the world and rule it? If we combine my powers with your resourcefulness, the abyss will submit to us, and all those who have wronged us will be punished. Are there many such wrongdoers, Woljif? Yes, I see, I know. And every wrong has been another step leading you to this moment. You have endured everything. You are worthy of great power, my grandson. I'm worthy? Yeah, I didn't even do anything. Listen, Grandpa, I understand you've been holed up in that crystal for a long time, so you probably don't know me well. I just steal here and there, trade a little, and I've never done anything special, you know? Maybe I'm not worthy at all. Maybe you're just wrong. What if I later turn around and say, why'd I go and give that power? Why'd I go and give you that power, you useless idiot? No, I'm not mistaken. I foresaw your birth, and I foresaw that you would come here. You're exactly what I need, Woljif, and no one can replace you. How did you survive? Thanks to Aridin. He gives a little chuckle that rumbles like distant thunder. I do not know if you remember the times when prophecies were not just heaps of useless words, but I do remember. You see, I am the son of Baphomet. I don't think you need an explanation of who he is. Baphomet conceived many children, but my sister Halef-elf wanted to be the only one. She marked us for death and hunted us down quite successfully. I did not want to be among her victims. I hid in Alushinyrra, but I knew it wouldn't last long. In the end, I decided to learn my future. Forewarned is forearmed. I was able to acquire all the knowledge I needed about my future self after many rituals. I saw a vision of how I would put a crystal like a dark moon into a silver setting. I spent a long time trying to understand this vision, and finally, bit by bit, prophecy came to me. I realized I would have to die in order to live again, that the dark crystal must become my refuge and the receptacles of my power. I must hide my soul in the crystal and wait for my heir to come to the abyss and free me. This crystal is the moon of the abyss, settled within a silver mount. I sent it to Galarian for my grandson. Do you see, Woljif? I anticipated your birth like no one else. Why did Vodiel dislike you so much? Vodiel, he wants to curry favor with his mistress and nothing more, but you cannot deny his intelligence. Halef-elf was appeased when she saw my head. But he discovered the truth about the moon of the abyss and almost killed Woljif. Halef-elf, the stupid cow, just wants to destroy all her brothers and sisters indiscriminately, but Vodiel, his mind was constantly seeking ways to please her, and this desire aided his efforts. Well, he died pursuing his dream of greatness. Demons don't give something for nothing. What do you want in return? I have only one condition, and it is a very small one. Vodiel shrinks down in the same size as Woljif. My spirit will enter your body, Woljif. It will hide within you just as it hid within the crystal, invisible to you and invisible to others. So you sort of want to take over my body. He looks disappointed. Really, Grandpa? I thought better of you. If your grandson, I'm your grandson, you know. You shouldn't treat your grandkids that way. You take care of them. Put up with their hijinks and stuff, not make puppets out of them. Life has taught you to be too cautious, Woljif. I do not want to take your body. I want to help you. Who were you before you found the moon of the abyss? A pathetic thief from a small town, a coward and a traitor. A boy who was hated by his own mother, driven away from everywhere he went. And look now, Vodiel is dead. Look at all the treasures that are rightfully yours. And this is just the beginning. You'll become the prince of the abyss, my grandson. Wise voice grows lower, more insinuating. As for my living within your body, your success will be my success. I will only give you advice, as I did in the World Wound, and you will be free to choose whether or not to listen. However, I see that words will not satisfy you. Let me show you what you will gain if you agree. You say I've been driven away from everywhere, but the chief hasn't chased me off yet, so show him, too. Since we got into this together, Chief. Actually, it's fine. Forget about it. Do what you want. Show me, too. I don't want Woljif to have to face you alone. You can't accept his gifts. Don't even look at them. You're making a mistake. Just show him, too. Since we're going to split together, Chief. Actually, it's fine. Forget about it. Do what you want. Show me, too. I want Woljif to face you alone. Why shows no signs of impatience, but his darkness seems to become deeper, more compelling. What a loyal friend you have, Woljif, but maybe the chief just wants to guide you every step of the way. Maybe he is afraid that you will become too independent. Woljif looks to you as if trying to find the answer, but then turns away. I don't know, Gramps. Maybe you're right, but even if the chief mouths off, even if he doesn't do what I like, he's still the best thing that ever happened to me, at least to let him take a look. As you wish. He begins to grow, his darkness pulsating as it surrounds you until you are completely enveloped and nothing else can be seen. There is only silence, only darkness, and a soothing voice. Close your eyes. I will show you what the world would be like when the dark moon of the abyss rises. Dum dum dum. As the darkness recedes, you realize that you are standing on a deserted street in Canabras. However, to call it standing is an exaggeration. You are a disembodied spirit, and through your transparent body you can see the walls of neighboring houses. Next to you is a slovenly dressed old woman with a swollen face, her lips pursed unkindly. When she opens her mouth, you hear the velvet voice of Y. Observe, Commander. Get back here, you little weasel. Trying to steal from us, were you? You little rat. Demon spawn will throw you into the World Wound. A boy of about 10 runs towards you. As he gets closer, you recognize him as Woljif. He looks scared and clutches a piece of bread to his chest. Grandma, help me. You said I should take the bread from him. Hide me, Gran. The old woman does not budge. Look at you, Woljif. Small, weak, useless, always blaming others, always holding them responsible for your failures. You are exactly the same as you always have been. A boy who is so afraid of the world that he hides behind someone else's back. First your grandmother, then the tieflings, then the commander. Boy can't hold back his tears anymore. Gran, why don't you ever help me? You're all I have. They'll beat me, so hide me, please. You'll remain in this way forever because you are too cowardly and weak to cope on your own. Only I can free you from this fear. Accept my power and destroy your enemies. Come on, do not hesitate. Why turns to you. Watch, Commander. Once he gets a taste of his power, you will never be able to sway him again. Woljif, you're not a lonely child anymore. You do not need the power of a demon. You have powers of your own, and you have my help. Do you want to be worthy of the power of then fight back properly? Disgusting. You're weak and pathetic. You're not a lonely child anymore. You do not need the powers of the demon. You have powers of your own, and you have my help. Woljif turns to you when he hears your voice, wiping away tears and sniffling loudly. The illusion vanishes, and he becomes an adult again. Chief, you're here. Let's wipe the floor with them. Me and you are fought against demons. What can a bunch of bandits do? Hey, am I still a dragon? I'm still a dragon. Slightly encumbered, though. We don't want to do that. Oh. Why is Gimpy? Oh, because he's a sorcerer, too. He's got both stuff. Bands vs. Dragon and Woljif, I guess. Yep, so it looks like. I got spells, though. Six attacks. Type people that would tackle a dragon. No. No. When the darkness dissipates, you find yourself in a familiar basement, the one belonging to the tieflings. Tieflings. Charisme and the others stand across from you as menacingly as they did before, and next to Woljif is you. I thought better of him. And I trusted you. You will never change, Woljif. Sister Charisme. What was it wrong about you after all, Woljif? You are a traitor. I took you into the gang because I heard you were a master lockpicker. I was warned that you were a traitor, but I didn't listen. I took you on, and for what? You only endangered the family. But I didn't betray you. I only took what belongs to me, right, Chief? It's your fault I've been treated badly. Maybe if you were nicer, I wouldn't have done it. Don't try don't try any of your fast talk on them. It's useless. Says why? Deep down, you wanted your chief to appreciate you, and for the tieflings to love you for who you are, so that they would really become your family, since your blood relatives never were. But look at yourself: a coward, a thief, a loudmouth, a street rat, and even a demon spawn. Who would even want to accept you? There's nothing in you worthy of any interest. Take my power, Woljif, and enchant them. They'll praise your name endlessly. You'll bask in their adoration. You can't make them love you. Try to tell them how much the Moon of the Abyss means to you. If they don't understand, remember that I understand. Yes. Woljif nods and takes a step towards Charisme. His tail twitches. If I could tell you I took the Moon of the Abyss and stay here with you, I would. But I know I can't. The laws of the family don't work that way. I'm sorry it ended this way, sister. I had fun with you lot. You're the best gang I've had. You were. It doesn't matter if you love me or not. We knew it. You've always been a nasty street rat, and you always will be. Aha, what kind of rubbish are you talking, Woljif? Why are there two Gimpies? Why are there two dragons on the screen? Now what's going on? The darkness dissipates again, like in the last illusion, but this time you see not one Woljif in front of you, but two. Second looks at halef-elf, who is before him. He looks like an exact copy of himself, but something in him has changed imperceptibly. His presence is cold and there is greatness, like an aura of darkness that vibrates around him. Now look, Commander, says why? No, don't kill me. Have mercy. See what my power bestows? Imprisoned in the crystal, I felt how he called to me, but how my magic was changing. I could defeat halef-elf, even Baphomet himself. With my power, you can easily crush your enemies. In any crusade, I will seem like a leisurely stroll. Now come and guide my heir to the right path. Woljif, is this what I'll become if I accept your gift, Grandpa? I do look pretty good. His voice still sounds uncertain. Woljif looks back and forth between you and his double. So, we need to decide right now. There won't be another chance, all right? I'll have to ask the chief one last time. What do you reckon, Chief? Take your power and destroy the old Woljif. You can do it without him. To win, I need you and all the loyal friends I fight alongside, not deals with demons. Destroy the old Woljif. To win, I need you and all the loyal friends I fight alongside, not deals with demons. Woljif smiles. What's that, Chief? You can't do without my high-quality goods from the best warehouses of the family, huh? You know, life's not bad with you, Chief, although I've already developed a tick in my tail. After all the adventures we've been through, all in all, well, what's left to think about? Hey, Gramps, I've decided. Woljif tosses the Moon of the Abyss in his hand. This thing's beautiful and expensive, of course, and I'll miss it, but I don't need any suspicious crystals, you know. I'll get rich after this trip and buy myself some ordinary ones. Any hint of subtle persuasion instantly disappears from Y's voice. Weak, coward, you give up power, and for what? For human sentimentality? For friendship? You, who never before believed in all these sweet words, have allowed them to poison your mind. Hey, no, Gramps. I've been watching the Chief for a long time. After all the stuff he's done and said, he's never once lied to me. Not ever. He was on my side when nobody else was. And you? You sat in the medallion and waited for your prophecy to be fulfilled, so you could put me on and wear me around like a little wet meat vest. Think on it good and hard, Grandpa. Of the two of you, who do you think I'd trust? Stupid little rat. I thought better of you. Apparently your horns have finally grown through your brain. I'll have to beat all that nonsense out of you. You will only serve me. Dun, dun.
They choose to stand against me?
Oh, look, you brought friends. So life rolls, so I guess it doesn't really matter which one we kill first.
Damn you!
Okay. That's good. So what was that from? It's like electricity. So what was that from? Dun, dun. Some type of electricity stuff. Friends are just herself. Best friends, I suppose. Yes. Yeah, Veronica's not moving. Evo. So there's Woljif. Those guys.
Gimpy is raising money for the National MS Society for the 9th year in a row here on Twitch. Walk MS 2022 in San Diego is April 23rd, but Mrs. Gimpy, Mickey, Rocket, and Gimpy will be doing private walks in April and May. They are walking 1 mile for every $1,000 raised. If you would like to help with a donation, please visit stompingoutms.org. Thank you.
Dum dum dum. Yes, thank you. Dun dun dun. Sila. Shit, we don't have any buffs on, really.
The light, take you!
Scout's not fighting Gimpy. Gimpy. Some of the Diva? Or an Azada? It's the Diva. It'll help Little Jiff up there. And Gimpy's got fire. Attack of opportunity. I probably shouldn't do that, huh? Oh boy. Uh-oh. I'm after Gimpy. I think he's out of the fight for now. Needs more mirror images up there. Go Sila. Okay, Veronica. Barely, badly.
Forwards!
And miss. Chompy. So, they've got a little damage shield on them. Even if you miss, they hit you. Just a second. Okay. So, Sila, let's drop a heal.
Into the fray!
Okay, Scout. Up here. You get everybody into the haste range, it looks like. Is it going to hit Wiljiff? Should. Okay. Oh, look. It's a firestorm. Okay, a lightning storm, but not so good. Because I made the saving throws. Wow. Even half, so that would have been, what, 48?
Come on, you pansy, get back in there and fight.
More holy auras. Gimpy. Keep yourself a dragon stuff there. Can we dispel what's on them? Is the question. Bark Skin Heroism. Dazzle. Protective Order and Haste. So, Fire Snake. Controlled Fireball. Let's hit all three of them. Oh, that worked on one of them. This one with fire or that one? This one's more wounded. 2 misses out of 3. That's turned off, damn it. Supposed to give him what? Do fire damage. Well, that's actually not a big deal. Only doing fire. This is plus 14. Or sorry, plus 4. It's 5. Unholy damage. Mickey's still out. You got this, Siva. What are we looking at for cold on these guys? Resistance, electricity. So he doesn't have any resistance to cold. Okay. So we're going to do the touch attack here.
We won't falter!
That'll work. Boom. Breath's not up yet. She's just not hitting. Should probably stop that. Should probably stop that. We'll just out of the fight, looks like. Sela.
No glory without risk. Hey!
It's not done any damage to Sela because of the resistance we have. She hit once. No shadow moon. Damage. Scout. Scout can do the firestorm thing again. Dun, dun, dun. So, still made their saving throws, of course. Damage is damage. Badly, barely. Come on, Diva. Better than that. Gimpy. Control fireballs work. That one just flat out evaded it. Hmm. Almost dead. Mickey's still out of the fight. What's wrong with Mickey? Diva just got its ass kicked. Oh crap. Good thing Will just has those mirror images.
Strike with all your might!
Hits it should kill it. Or not. Powered by... Why is it multiplied by 0.5? Cheaters. Avu. Breathe on it. Still not killing it. Just still out of the fight.
The light take you!
And that got through. Because it was 17 instead of 7. He's dead. Heal yourself. Scout. Scout with the... Elemental Assessor, or...
It's that time again. Drink some water to keep that brain moist.
Okay, so Lightning Ball. Oh, why is he in a bubble? Why is he in a bubble? Liquid dreams, haste, invisibility, greater more. So he's got the invisibility thing going for him. Let's see if we can turn that off. Fail, fail, fail. Got haste off of him at least. Gimpy. Actually, no, Gimpy can do the dispel as well. But we're going to use one of his arcane points here to boost the DC. Have his next spell, which is going to be Dispel Greater. Wow. Apparently. You're at 38, so we're not gonna be dispelling stuff. Cheaters. Cheater, cheater, cheater. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why is this one still standing is the question.
We can do it!
Was standing. Awu. Go heal Gimpy. Not gonna save him, but yeah, we'll just still not no action there. Here, we do Mark of Justice. Every feeling that's all we're gonna beat this guy.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Because of stupid concealment. Scout. If I could step away from him. Summon the Azada. Not gonna hit him though. Let's see what the Axiomite will do. All three of them. Gimpy, get out of there. Kind of. Eric was off. It's only for saving throw stuff. I like to play through this game as a wild-shaped druid. That might be fun. Good hope. Keep getting. I don't know if we put that on the group or not. Stupid concealment. Ugh. That's where we get the mark thing on him now. I don't think it's going to save Gimpy, but... Is he going after? Oh, Shadow Demon? Oh, he took out Scout. He just took out Scout in one turn, no problem.
Forwards!
Awu. The Sonic Breath. Which still isn't fighting.
No glory without risk. Ha!
Should use the spell. Although it's not going to hurt or hit him though. Scout's down. Gimpy. You can heal Scout. And blast her with magic missiles. And move away. Oh, Mickey is finally back out. Mark him. Get him, Mickey.
Are you still here?
Oh, come on. Look at all those. Oh, yes. Such crap. Ceiling. Dodge better.
We won't falter.
Stupid images. Ego. Come on, lucky hit. Lucky hit. You can do it. Wolf done nothing this entire fight. Okay. So. Lucky swing.
Into the fray! Ha! Yeah!
Use a 20 when you really want one. Scout, unfortunately, if she stands up, is going to get smacked, so stay there. Gimpy. Magic missiles. Souped up magic missiles. More souped up magic missiles. And get him.
Good guys always win.
Go. Get through that stupid concealment.
Well, that's that, I guess. And I was just getting used to having a grandpa. He's not the type who will teach you how to fish and fill a pipe, you know, but he's alright. Probably even decent for a demon. Not surprising that Gran remembered him well. But who gives a damn about Grandma? Chief, I mean... Thanks. I don't know why you've treated me so... I'm nothing, you know? Well, look at me and... and you... But it turned out that we're, well... friends? Actually, friends. And you've been there for me. Why are you looking at me? I'm not crying. My voice is like this because my throat's dry. It's dusty in here. That's why my throat's itchy and my eyes are watering and my nose is running.
What happened on... What are you gonna do now?
Now? Are you the chief or what? You tell me. You know, I've got a good feeling about our campaign. So far, we've dealt with everything that's been thrown at us together. I'm starting to think the wrong gang was called the Family, you know? I'm with you to the end, Chief. And after the campaign, well, you'll have to live long enough to find out. Let's defeat all the demons and then we'll see.
What happened to the Moon of the Abyss?
Huh? That's that. But I'll keep the setting. It's nice work. Delicate, and another stone will look better in it. I'll keep it so I don't forget the choice I made, and why. I'll just get it out, look at it, and remember. Ooh, and then if I live long enough to open my own shop, just a thought, you know, I'll put it in a glass case where everyone can see it and drive themselves sick with jealousy.
They're good out of here.
Well, so long to the old family nest. It's a pity I can't bring this back to Galarian. Well, not all of it, but there is something we can do. Hey, Chief, let's clean this place out from top to bottom so not even a speck of gold is left behind.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Secret door. What secret door? Ah, all that pain we suffered from that.
A bright future awaits us.
We should move.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching. Happy Tuesday. So, where's this secret door they were talking about? I don't see a secret door anywhere. What are they talking about? Maybe this is it. This looks like a door. This isn't secret. This wasn't a secret. This is just stuff. Oh. See, where's the secret door they were talking about? What was the ding for? There's nothing here. Oh, this has gotta be it, because this wasn't here before. Of course there's traps. So, well, Jeff, this is your job.
Where else would I be?
Stuff there, trap over here.
This is my kind of work.
There's nothing good in here. This is all crap. Some scrolls Gimpy doesn't know yet.
Pretty good, aren't I?
It's just some diamond dust and some money. Yeah. Oh, this is disappointing. I don't remember.
Don't mind me.
I have to mind you. You're the trap guy. Don't step on the dragon's tail. Just saying.
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
Oh, this arm's back here. Oops.
This is my kind of work.
Is it?
You sure it's safe?
Nope. Not at all. That's where you're going in first.
This is my kind of work. Pretty good, aren't I?
Wandering con man. So, it's cloth grants the wearer plus 10 competence bonus on trickery and 10% competence on athletic skill checks, as well as plus 2 bonus on attack rolls for attacks of opportunity. Not horrible. Okay, I believe that's it for here. been everywhere. Been over there. Question, is there anything back here? I don't think so. Oh, they're lying to me about loot being there. Oh. What's that? Nothing great, but still missed it. Okay, so stuff. Most oldest. So new scrolls for Gimpy. So Crush and Despair. Acid Pit. And this. Bonus of Trickery, Athletics. Let's do bonus of attack rolls for attacks of opportunity. Let's see if we can squeeze that onto Rocket, I guess. Because it doesn't need the trickery. Oh, pot. Mickey. +5 on athletics. Fire resistance 30. This is 10. Let's give attack's opportunity if he's close enough. This one. There's +5 on trickery there. Switch that out. Wandering Con Man. Oh. Expedition Boots. This is... Oh, athletics. Damn it. So that doesn't really help him. Except for the attacks of opportunity thing. Yeah, we'll hold on to that for now. Again, we'll just have to see what Rocket has. Okay. There we go. How's it dead end? Okay, so next, I don't know. See if we can get Rocket back into the group from here. I don't know if that's possible. I think we have to. Do we have to go back to the Nexus and switch people out? I don't remember. It's a formation. No, can't swap people out here, it looks like. This is basically a dungeon. Just a big dungeon is all it really is. I don't want Woolgif in my group, though. Oh, did he actually get anything? I don't think he did. For him?
Gimpy is raising money for the National MS Society for the 9th year in a row here on Twitch. Walk MS 2022 in San Diego is April 23rd, but Mrs. Gimpy, Mickey, Rocket, and Gimpy will be doing private walks in April and May. They are walking 1 mile for every $1,000 raised. If you would like to help with a donation, please visit stompingoutms.org. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. And again, please visit stompingoutms.org, even if you are unable to make a donation, because at the very least you can learn a little bit more about me and my living with multiple sclerosis. I was diagnosed back in 2004. The main motivation for doing these walks, and you'll understand why walking a mile for me is such a big deal. So anyway, that. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay, so we only came back here to grab Rocket, because we don't need Woolgif. We want Rocket instead. And... oh, actually, should we... Should we think what we want to do next? I'm working through the quests and whatever for the companions. One of nothing in the wicked. So this is Amber wants to go see Nocticula. We can't see her yet. Lan. Spirit, there's only one to check out. There's a man to find the demon's lair. Tentums and Mongrels is not going back down. He is an Alushinyrra and is not hiding the fact. Even Lan, who did not get Arcanist rituals, feels his oppressive presence. So maybe we'll get Lan this time then. Okay, Lan. Should only be like a level or two behind. Let's get it. Okay, Lan. So Lan we have as a Zen Archer and a Rogue. Got 3 Rogue levels so you can get some sneak attack damage when doing bow stuff. So, hey, Bata, welcome back. Happy Tuesday. That. And he'll be taking Mickey's spot in the party. Boss fight.
Tully, did you hear that? There is a boss fight starting. That's right. I said Tully. Unlike Gimpy, I know the difference between Tubby and Tully.
Dun, 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 dun. So, what do I want to do with that? So, nothing here is helping that, right? Stealthy, stunning fist, no, toughness, 2 for fighting. So, nothing really good here. So we're going to go with Iron Will. Because you can never have enough Iron Will. Okay, Key Power, Abundant Step, Diamond Body, Scorching Red. Immunity to poisons of all kinds. Abundant Step might help us out a little. Rooftop stuff, maybe. We'll see. Okay. So I'm sure he's got okay gear. He doesn't need great gear, he just needs okay gear. He's got Inspired Wisdom. That helps his attack rolls. Blood Charity, or Clarity. As a killing blow, again, immunity to mind affecting conditions for 3 turns. Good job, Banna. Despairador beaten up on a poor little. Beaten up on a commando. Good attitude. Why does he still have a good attitude? That's a shocking part for question. That. Composite short bow. Oh, he doesn't have an animal companion though. He go short bow or he? I think he's long bow. Yeah, he's longbow. So, I think we have an extra longbow sitting around the inventory. That's a short bow. Trapping. It's only +1. Shock. Speed composite 3. Deadeye. I'll give him the speed. And gets more attacks that way. Why is it green? 6 attacks with this thing. Oops. Down there. Okay, so he doesn't wear armor. He's got the silky veil, that's fine. This doesn't do anything for him, I'm pretty sure. Giant strength, that helps with his damage. Because it's composite. What else? What kind of rings can we give him? We don't have a whole lot of rings to choose from, do we? Not really. Gloves. For him, and not for him. Deadeye. Speed does not stack with haste. But he's not hasted. And Deadeye is a short bow anyway. He's supposed to be using longbows. Dun, dun, dun. So nothing really good for him here. Strength bonus damage, he doesn't charge. That'll be fine. Okay, now we go back to, I don't know where we're going for this stuff. Anyway, take a Mickey spot. I use haste sometimes. I don't use it all the time. I don't need for it to use it all the time. The bow that Kusuna has a short bow? No, it's a long bow. Well, Rocket is using Delamere's bow, which is a long bow. And the other one he had was a long bow as well. The one that does a penalty to armor class, but I didn't feel like switching that out. Thank you, Foreman. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so where are we actually supposed to be going for land? The only one we check out to find the demon's lair. Where is the demon's lair? I don't even know where to look. I don't even know where I'm supposed to look.
Meditate on your mistakes. It might make you feel
Aren't
better.
your legs getting stiff? You haven't moved in quite a while. Stretch, damn it, you ignorant meatbag.
I'm fine.
We will win this war.
Inimosi travisi.
No time for idling.
Ona arayanam.
I don't know if I need to put that on him or not.
Ona arayanam. Akarane sentes. Hashani savitur.
What about that? We need
Ona
bubble again.
arayanam.
Do this. Do we have to? I really want to redo these. I don't think we're okay.
Now what?
Rocket, you don't have all your stuff on. That life bubble. Oh wow, you're missing a bunch of your stuff. Son of a bitch.
Unimosi travisi! Unimosi travisi! Sono danium! Unimosi travisi! Unimosi travisi! Unimosi travisi!
Just redoing the bark scenes, looks like it. Okay. Maybe. Hate swapping people out because it screws the buff cycle up all everywhere.
Unimosi travisi!
Oh, he's not done yet. No? Yes? No? Oh. Okay, so we gotta find wherever this demon is hiding for Lan. I have no idea where to look because I haven't bothered to look it up, and Lan hasn't told me anything. Man. He's in Alushinyrra and is not hiding that fact. And Lan feels present presence to find the demon's lair. So, where would we find it? Where would we find this demon's lair? Should I cheat and look it up? I should. But I don't feel like looking for it. So, bad blood. Shoot, I don't know it offhand. Again, it's not on these characters. I forget what the name of it is. Basically, what it does is the first hit in a round with the bow reduces the armor class by 2 for 2 or 3 rounds. But I don't remember the name. Oh, I gotta look this up for a second. See where I'm supposed to be going, because I don't feel like searching everywhere for it. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Because it's a meet with that. Want some help with Sinus Nova, dealing with aggressive mongrels. Southwest portion of Upper City. Southwest portion of Upper City. So you want to go back in here. Getting hyped for another playthrough. Yeah, this is my second playthrough. Some different stuff. Going good versus evil definitely gets you different choices, different options. And the Mythic Path, of course, affects stuff as well. There we go. Land suddenly stops and presses his hand to his mouth. The human half of his face drains of color, while the scaled half acquires a yellowish tinge. A thick black drop of something seeps out of his eye and rolls down his cheek, leaving a dark streak. I'm fine. He takes a few steps that staggers like a sailor on a ship. I guess. Seven will look, whatever is closer than I thought. There are so many demons here. Why do I sense this one in particular? You're definitely not fine. What's wrong with you? Must have eaten something that... he pauses, waiting for a spasm to pass. Alright, there's no point in hiding it. It's definitely because Sava is... Sava, blah, blah. I don't just feel where he is. It's like I'm being ripped to pieces from the inside. Like every inch of my body is on fire. When it happened the first time, I thought I was in a goner. But I'm still alive for now, and I'm ready to break that demon's neck, you know. I had to eat a rotten rat once. Right now I feel like I've eaten a dozen of them. My character setup? Which one? The party? Oh, okay, just a second. Let me read through this and we'll go through it. Should we stop? No, anything but that. Every minute I spend in this quarter is like torture. I feel like I am Amadeus Herald being forced to set foot inside a brothel. So, Sava is in the upper city. Hold on, we'll find him. Lan clutches his teeth. Sava is here, close. The sooner we find him, the better. I don't understand. I haven't been affected by his ritual. Then why? He clutches his head. Damn it, I'll run straight into his open arms if it'll only make this stop. Okay. So, first thing first is we're running 4 mercenaries, just so you know. Gimpy the Arcanist is our fearless leader and doing the mythic stuff. He, of course, is an Arcanist, cross-blooded. Arcanists, really, if you don't know, are like a hybrid wizard sorcerer thing. Basically, what the way it works is they can learn as many spells as they can find scrolls for. That's what a spellbook looks like. So these are all the different, stuff he picks up. But he's only got he can only memorize so many at a time. In this case, he can only memorize 5 first level spells. But the difference between this and a regular wizard is he can cast first level spells like a sorcerer, so he gets charges instead of just he can only cast magic missile once. Instead, for him, he can cast it for as many charges for level 1 spells that he has, which currently is 10. So he can cast 10 magic missiles if you want, or he can do 3 of those, a couple of shrinks here and there, that kind of stuff. So again, that's what the Arcanist does, and then you've got some special stuff where he can boost the caster level of a spell using an arcane reservoir point, or you can increase its difficulty class. Same idea. So in this case, that would be a 20. No, is it? No. I don't know what that means here. But Yeah. Anyway, so you got that, and then he's got some special attacks he can use, like a Flame Arc or Force Strike, and he's got some defenses that he can pick up, like Wooden Flesh and Armored Mask, and all this other fun stuff as an Organist. And then he's picked up Cross-Blooded. This is a Sorcerer subclass where he picked up Bloodlines for Fire Elemental and Gold Dragon. Why? Because Fire Elemental gives him, was it +1 to... Oh, it makes all his energy attacks fire. So that's how that goes. And then the Gold Dragon Bloodline gives him a +1 to all his fire damage. So that's working fairly well. And of course, Mythic Path, of course, is Azada, working towards Gold Dragon when we get to Act 5, is from the way I understand that, how that works. And then Seela is occupying a story character slot currently. She is a rank tank, as a paladin, doing whatever she does. And then our mercenary characters. We've got Rocket, who is a Kitsune, Shadow Shaman, Knife Master. Shadow Shamans get sneak attack damage, and his role is to do melee sneak attack damage with daggers, and he gets, of course, as a shaman, buffing spells, healing spells, all that kind of fun stuff, as well as the hexes he gets access to as a shaman. And at level 16, shaman, he'll be picking up a pet, because he went nature that way. Went Knife Master for one level to make his sneak attacks do 1d8 damage instead of 1d6, so it helps his damage output a little bit. And then we have Veronica. Veronica is our kineticist. Originally she was a blood kineticist, but they are still currently broken and don't do what they're supposed to do, so we had to respec her into a regular kineticist, and she's gone water and earth. And her job, of course, is damage, and she also backs up, does some backup healing and that kind of stuff too. And then we have Scout. He's a Tiefling Wind Whisperer, which is an Oracle. Her main job, of course, is to heal and buff the party. And she also does some damage because she had picked up the Bracers, the Stormlode's Resolve here, which turns all her energy attacks into lightning. And because on her Mythic Path, we made it so that her lightning stuff doesn't care about spell resistance or whatever it's supposed to be doing. So that's working for her too. So she's basically, main job is healing, but she does some damage as well. Pretty good at that. And the person that's not in the group is Mickey. He is a Kitsune Deliverer, which is a Slayer class. Again, he's using the longbows. And why Deliverer? Because Deliverers get, at level 10, or is it 11? I don't remember which one. I think it's 10. He does an extra 2d6 of damage to anything when he's attacking something. If they're 2 spaces away from his alignment, he's lawful good. So everything evil, everything chaotic, he does an extra 2d6 of damage as a Slayer. So it's a decent group so far. So that's that. And of course now we have land because we're doing his stuff. We just have to find where we're supposed to go, which was supposed to be down here, I think. With the rupture, we're up. There we go. So we can go there. So we haven't been down that area yet. We haven't spent a lot of time up in the upper city yet, so this may take a little bit of navigating. Stuff. Thank you.
You are welcome. Now, go kill something.
Try. Oh, not the bridge. You guys don't appear to hate us. You guys don't appear to hate us either. Look at all the demons. Uh-oh. Tree is growing straight out of the lava, apparently with no trouble at all. Then again, it's clearly no ordinary tree. Blood oozes from the scratches on its bark, and the buds on its branches reek of rotten. Yummy. To do that. Are you on unfair difficulty? No, I'm just doing normal with adjustments. I like actually playing the game instead of watching me reload games all the time because I screwed up combat. Rebel Dumb the actor. Far from behind a pile of expensive rugs and neatly wrapped boxes with clinking, fragile things inside, you hear a very, very loud whisper, an oddly familiar stage whisper. Grandma Gretton, my horn is falling off. Calm down, let me fix it. All right. Whose foot did I just step on, and whose chest spikes keep catching on my fake tail? Grandma, don't push me, and let me just glue the horn. Let me just glue that horn myself. Grandma, gentlemen, Gretland, what are you doing here, folks? Oh, my dears, this can't be real, but I think I just heard the commander's voice. It sounds crazy, but for the sake of argument, let's say it isn't just my imagination. Let's say we truly, through some miracle, met the commander in the middle of the abyss. Well, in that highly unlikely scenario, I would answer him that we, being true artists, sought inspiration and material in the most suitable place. We've already spent a great deal of time among crusaders. Now let us turn our efforts to the other half of the characters in our play, the demons. That is why, our imaginary friend Commander, we are sitting in the middle of the abyss, covered in thick layers of makeup, wearing fake horns and tails, to blend in with the locals, you see. This is a true challenge for an actor, to play a demon so well that even real demons don't suspect a thing. After all, it worked perfectly when I pretended to be the Hell Knight's paralictor and showed up at their camp for an unscheduled inspection. Oh, how they ran and dashed about. In the end, I ordered them to dig a trench in the shape of a fig. Wow, Grandma, why are you stepping on my foot again? For the love of all that's holy, please get rid of all this makeup when you get back to Dresden. I don't want the patrols to mistake you for attacking demons. Certainly, of course, imaginary commander, though I'm honestly not sure if this paint will wash away or the horns will come off. I used a very strong glue. Speaking of Dresden, Grandma, don't you have the feeling that we forgot something? Our dinner basket? Grandma's knitting. Lambkin? Lambkin is in the room with our dinner basket, and my knitting is sitting on top of it. This is terrible, my dearies. We have to go back. So they're hiding in there, right? Goofballs. Into the rapture of rupture. Don't want to do that yet. Oh, we have to go through this portal, don't we? Need more big bodies. Not enough. Okay, we're gonna see. What did we just find? What did we just find? Vampires. Right way. Oh, okay. This is for demons. Idiots. At least he went after Sela.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Multiple mythics. It's a shadow wing, whatever that was supposed to be. Let's see. This. standing right there, so it's move away.
Strike with all your might.
It's that time again. Drink some water to keep that brain moist.
Needs an 8, rolls a 5. Okay. Or not Pitt. Bismuth. Okay, Rocket. I think Rocket can sleep this one. He's not a mythic, so we have a shot at this, I think. Yep. Go sleep. Evo. Here. There. Sonic Breath. No damage, not horrible. Okay, Lamb. You don't need to mark your targets, you just shoot stuff. So, shoot. Yeah.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Good rolls. Good rolls. You know, he's no Mickey. He can't be. I have a feeling he's too close. So. Oh, we burned all our magic missiles, so let's burn some Scorching Rays. Actually, can we dispel this? So strike, seize the moment, back to back. Large skin, mage armor, shield, reducing visibility, greater haste, and displacement. So let's see if we can get a dispel off. That. No, right now level 6 spells. Okay, so greater magic. This we just boosted it up to make it a little bit harder or better to get through, I think. Got something. Spells with greater visibility, true seeing, and shield. So, a magic missile and what we want. Just do Scorching Ray. Let's hold off. Okay, Scout. Scout wants to Elemental Assessor him. Now, let's do a Hellfire Ray. Electricity version. That was sad. Not bad damage, but delay. He's picking up. Evo. It's destroying Evo.
The light, take you!
That one's sleeping still. Veronica, blast him with Earth.
We can do it!
Oh, sorry, this is Mud. And miss, because need a 19. Oops.
Please stop saying oops. You are making me look bad.
He still has concealment, because, you know, mythic. Okay, Rocket. Kill this one while we're standing there.
I'm good today.
It's good today. Okay. Avu, he really hurt you. So if I put step back, heal yourself. Oh, that's not going to help. If he chooses to go after you again, he shouldn't, because Seela's right in his face. Okay, Lamb. Let's So, perfect strike. Lair that you're using streak for attack roll. Yes. Do an extra attack. Boss fight.
Tubby, did you hear that?
You won't
There is a boss
survive
fight
me.
starting. I heard the squirrel is looking for
Did
you.
you see that? Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
He's lacking. Gimpy. His shield is gone, so I can hit with magic missiles. Oh, that's a spell. So we can hit with these. Come on, Shadow Demon, get him. Because we have to kill this thing twice. Scout. Mental Assessor. So it's just all electricity damage. Not great, but... So now he's going to Bismuth. Apparently he's not paying attention to people he's supposed to be actually fighting, like Sela.
Into the fray!
Good rolls. Okay, Veronica. Sela's done. Veronica, let's switch over to Ice. Touch attack instead of regular one.
Forwards!
And spell resistance. Rocket. Which is armor class. Oh, he failed the saving throw, so bye-bye my armor class for a while. Good job, Bat and Dispiritor beating up on a Mistlinks. One too many machine guns. Okay, Evo. Okay, Lamb.
Endure this.
All those attacks, not one hit. That's okay. Gimpy is badly injured still. Let's heal this. Scout. It's got lots of lightning bolts to use. And fireballs too. Dun, 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 dun. Where's lightning bolt? Up here. Oh, Abu's right in the way. King Sacrifice. Fire Snake. Hellfire Rag. And Hellfire. Oh, hit that time. Although she failed to overcome. I don't understand why she has so much trouble overcoming spell resistance. Not supposed to. Is he going after the Shadow Demon? Good job.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Says can't roll high enough. Veronica.
We won't
Touch attack,
falter.
but no, this is cold though. Alright, damage got through. 171. That did not kill that. How much health does this thing have? Okay, Rocket. Pokey pokey.
I'll split you in half.
Is he going to go after Rocket next turn? No, we're going to turn Rocket's defense off. Hey, Lou.
Gimpy is raising money for the National MS Society for the 9th year in a row here on Twitch. Walk MS 2022 in San Diego is April 23rd, but Mrs. Gimpy, Mickey, Rocket, and Gimpy will be doing private walks in April and May. They are walking 1 mile for every $1,000 raised. If you would like to help with a donation, please visit stompingoutms.org. Thank you.
Ah, man. Dice rolls, they hate me. They really do. And I forget that Gimpy actually has Dragon Breath to use. But it's not a button here. It should be. Okay, so Gimpy can position here a little bit. The dragon breath this way. Oh, see, it's somebody over there, maybe. Tell dice it's not Sunday. The dice never listen. The dice never listen. Oh, Rocket got an attack of opportunity in there. Good job, Rocket. Scout. No, I can't use lightning bolt because Gimpy's going to be in the way. Let's see. Oh, Bismuth is in the way too. It's going to hit Bismuth, who's technically not dead. That'll work. And fails to overcome. Demons fight it out. Sela, get him please.
The light take you!
Come on.
Strike with all your might!
And fails to overcome. Okay, Rocket. Turn your little shield off and go.
Smear them.
How come there's no sneak attack? It should have been.
I don't like you.
Can he not be? Well, I don't understand why there wasn't a sneak attack there. There should have been sneak attack damage against him. Unless he gets. It didn't say that he had any immunity. Get him, Aiden. Come on, roll 20. You can do it. Never mind. Okay, Lan. Perfect strike. Extra attack.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
First shot. First shot. Oh. We didn't kill him twice. And did he give us any loot? Demons suck. Demons suck. potions. Kind of chugging through potions today. Okay. So are we at least close to where we're supposed to be going? Down the stairs. Anyway, a conversation not meant to for your stranger. That's okay. Land drops to his knees, his breath coming in rattling gas. He looks at you, trying to say something. Black liquid bubbling on his lips. His human eye has turned white, and something viscous and black slowly trickles from it, like tears. Well, I think we found Sava's lair. I don't think your body can handle this. Are you sure you're able to fight the demon? He shakes his head. I can manage. I don't know what will happen when I go in, but I won't be a burden. Ever. If I can't walk, I'll crawl to him and gnaw on his ankles, or at least bite his toes off. You've always been a good-looking guy, lad, and this war paint just adds to your appeal. What is this gunk oozing out of you? He coughs and spits on the ground. It's just my black humor finally taking physical form. Pay no attention. Suck it up and let's go. You can't fight him like this. We'll retreat now, but we'll come back when we're rested. Suck it up, we're going, let's finish it. He struggles to his feet. I will fight. I'm ready. If not for this, then for what, right? He is trying to smile, but all he manages is a painful grimace. If I kill him now, the mongrels won't have to suffer ever again. If this was a rehearsal of my death, I'd rather die fighting that fiend than die like this. Oh, apparently he just sucked us in there. I don't remember this fight. They left presents on the floor, on the wall there. How nice of them. You know what? I just looked at the clock. Veronica's going to tell me to take a break here any minute. So before we start this fight, I think I'm going to just take a break here and resume when we get back, because I need to get up, stretch my legs, get some water, that kind of stuff, and I don't remember how long this fight takes, so that's why I want to do that. So anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video. I'll be back shortly. Oh, and I'm going to restart the game too, because it's getting really laggy. So anyway, be right back.